And this is our premiere show, and we're thankful that you're here with us. And we just love you that you're here. And our first guest we're going to have on our show today is Vernon LaVia. He's written this book here that we're going to show and make Earth great again. And we're going to have an interview with Vernon. We did this earlier this afternoon. We were having some technical issues with the streaming and other things, so we decided to do an interview that was it's a very short interview, but it's a very concise interview. So I encourage you to listen. We're going to do that now. I'm going to set that up right now. So we're going to see an interview with Vernon LaVia, and we're going to do that right now here. We are here today with Vernon LaVia. I've known him for 20 years or more, and as a brother in Christ and in my Kiwanis Club of Aurora. He's a Duke graduate, an economist.
And thank you for helping to connect people in a thoughtful way during COVID-19. So the book, Make Earth Great Again, came out of my travels around the world. Here's the premise, John. Tens of thousands of years
We're here today with Vernon LaVia. I've known him for 20 years or more, and as a brother in Christ and in my Kiwanis Club of Aurora. He's a Duke University graduate, an economist who's opened 20 small businesses. He's traveled as a bird watcher to 6 continents, 55 countries, and all 50 states. And we're going to have a little chat with Vernon about his new book, Make Earth Great Again. So Vernon, thank you for being here, and tell us about the premise of your new book.
Thank you, John. It's my pleasure, and thank you for helping to connect people in a thoughtful way during COVID-19. So the book, Make Earth Great Again, came out of my travels around the world. Here's the premise, John. After tens of thousands of years of humans living outdoors and in small groups, 3 main changes have taken place with humanity. Change number 1, humanity has raced indoors and into crowded cities. In just the past 100 to 150 years, Americans now have 81% of everybody living in urban or city environments. They live on just 3% of the land after tens of thousands of years of living as rural in a rural existence. So I like to say we are now indoor citified creatures. Number 2, at the same time, gross consumerism has practically become a religion where people spend much more time researching what unnecessary item they are going to purchase next, and more time than they spend reading the great religious books. And number 3, the world's population has gone from 1.7 billion in 1920 to 7.8 billion today. That's 6 billion more people have suddenly arrived on this planet in just 100 years. Let me put it in a consumeristic term. That would be like 3 million people showing up at the gates of Disney World on the same day. Disney World has a capacity of 50,000 people. It would collapse the system. Food and drink would run out. It would be chaos. My book highlights 26 irrefutable facts about the ways humans impact the earth. And then I provide some solutions. After all, John, I am most certainly a hopeful creature.
Vernon, you said a lot there, and I wonder, a question for you really, how did you arrive at this theory on the earth? And it's almost like a new perspective. I don't know what happened here now. Okay, new perspective. A new perspective, maybe. Okay.
Well, my book is the listening of the words of many, many other people. In fact, I drove from California to Connecticut on a 34-day journey, and I met with professors and scientists and MD doctors and ornithologists and elected officials and even restaurant owners and the people in the restaurants. They had their perspective on the earth. In one diner in eastern Colorado, for example, the owner of the restaurant let me stand up and talk to all 25 of his customers. And all I said was, I'm curious about how folks think about the earth. I didn't say anything else. And voila, those people essentially gave me the content of my book. They were all over the board, John.
Well, that's great, Vernon. You sound like you have a lot of true collaboration efforts. Let's switch gears and think about what's happening right now with COVID-19 and the way people are staying at home. How have you spent your time, Vernon, and are there any lessons in your book? Lessons.
Well, it's really simple, John. Nature is nature's cure. A chapter in my book, in fact, is called Nature RX. Doctors, MDs all around the world are prescribing nature instead of prescription drugs. We here in America just throw a prescription at everything. But you can cure PTSD, sleeplessness, anxiety with nature. I've been going out birding sometimes twice per day, rain or even snow. I go to my favorite Kane County forest preserves. So the simple message, John, is go walk in the woods, off the trail, not on blacktop, but in the actual woods. And most importantly, take children. Children, they need to become able to interpret and understand the signs of nature for our existence.
Well, thank you, Vernon. And so everybody, please email Vernon and his address. You see it. I'll have it on the screen in a moment. And just his name, Vernon LaVia at AOL.com. And remember, his book is $15. A hat's $15. And you can get a book and a hat for $25 plus shipping. So thank you, Vernon, for being with us. And this is John Ross saying goodbye from XPian News on Facebook. Bye-bye. On what's happening, and remember his book. I'm going to put that up again about his new book, where you can get that. He wants you. He's offering that book, like you said in the video, for $15 for the book, $15 for the hat, or the two together for $25. That's plus shipping. And then to get in good contact with Vernon, well, hold it, we got the wrong one here. We're going to get the good contact with Vernon to buy the book and the cap. Vernon LaVia at AOL.com. Vernon LaVia at AOL.com. Be sure to say hello and put your comments down in the comment line here about things that are happening here. We just thank Vernon for coming by. I just appreciate Vernon to be the first guest on our show. And it was so nice that he could be with us. And we have a longer video that we're having a little problem with. I'm working on right now. We had a little longer interview, about 40-minute interview. And we're going to be putting that up on YouTube and other places. But we're having a little problem right now. So should have more information on that on the Friday show. We should have more information coming up on how you can get this longer interview with Vernon in the book. He goes through the chapters of the book and it has an extensive overview of it too. So it's a real good thing. And we're probably going to have Vernon hopefully come back soon and talk about his experience with another virus, the West Nile virus, that is a very interesting thing that happened to him. And we're just thankful for Vernon. And now we're going to shift gears just a moment before we close out here on our first show here. I want to bring something up to the attention of everybody. We're going to put up the COVID tracker that we have from, we're going to put that up here in a second here. I'm going to get rid of that. This is the COVID tracker. It's on the website. It's on the XPian.news website. And we want to hear more comments from you on this today, what you've thought about Vernon there. And we had a few glitches, but we're working at it. And we just thank you for your love and concern for the community and being with us. Here's what's happening. This is up to date as just a little while ago at 4 o'clock. We see that the cases in Illinois of COVID-19 have gone up to 50,355, and we have a lot of deaths, 2215. And Aurora right now is running 757 with 11 deaths, and King County 146, and somehow or another we don't get it at the bottom there. It's 46 deaths. So that's what we're running. Get more of these updates all the time. We're putting them online all the time at xpian.news, and I hope you can join us there. And this Facebook Live thing has been a real experience for us, and really appreciate it. And I'm about we're going to wrap this up here in a second here. Where'd my little doodader go here? Okay. Yeah, our next report's going to be on Friday. And, I'm going to go backtrack 1 second here. We've had a long day here. And if you want to give me some pizza carry-out delivery people suggestions, put them on the comments or somewhere. I like to know them. I haven't had much of a lunch today, so I need some nourishment. So maybe I'm going to order out a pizza. So let me know on what your suggestions are. I had a friend, she gave me a suggestion of Domino's. Well, that could be good, but give me your thoughts. And like I was saying, our next daily report is on Friday. We're going to try to keep doing these on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we're going to have commentaries on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So I know we got off to a little brief start here. We're going to keep going here, and I just thank you all for listening with us here. And as I would say, bye-bye now.